Oh, it looks like everything is working. That was super easy. I love when things are getting easier and easier. So this is Let's Talk Tuesday. Let me just give another minute to see this. So this is on YouTube. It's also live streaming on Instagram. Now that I have that figured out, it is this great resource, and I'm glad to connect to it. This might be super short and sweet. I, for some reason, feel like I don't have much of a voice today. And let's see. Oh, some people are joining. That sounds wonderful. So this might be really short and sweet because I'm feeling it in my throat, but we'll see where my thoughts go and what happens, and maybe everything will just magically clear up. So I'm Sarah. This is Align with Sarah. This is 2023. This is our brand new experience for a whole new year. I was thinking in the transition that we're given this magical moment that we collectively, as the world, for the most part, looks to, where we do, this countdown from 10 till 1, and then what switches in that one moment, that 1 second, it gives us this whole new year. And that just felt really magical. And just however many people were participating in that and excited about that, it just, it all felt really magical. So magical sprinkles all over this whole year is what's in my mind. And the personal growth thoughts that I'm having, that piece of wellness that I'm focusing on for my journey for January is the concept of a compliment. And I just learned here at my age, I was today years old when actually I was 1 day away as yesterday, couple days ago, where I just realized that there's actually 2 different words for compliment and compliment. One has an I in the middle, one has an E in the middle. And there are a whole bunch of different meanings of the word that sounds the same. And so if we have a compliment with an I in the middle, we are offering a remark of admiration. Very good idea. If we compliment that with an E in the middle, that completes something else. This thing completes something else. And so I was also imagining complementary. So I feel like they're all related. They feel like they're all related in my brain. Where it's this like free thing that we offer as this like extra piece of gratitude for whatever. So the complementary thing. And every one of them seems like a good idea. So they're all on board. Take whichever one you want and run with it, and see what happens, and let me know all about it. Hi, Christina. I love that you are here. Thank you so much. We'll do a wave here, and I'm glad to see some numbers over here on the screen. I can't really see who's here, but you can feel free to say hello in the chat over there. So we're talking about this focus that I have is for compliment, and it came about in this like kind of weird thing. I don't even know if I can like talk about it very well because it like makes sense inside my head, and we'll see what happens, and I might just skip right over it, but if it gets too messy. But in December, I was setting that awareness of contrast where, we have the good day and then we have the bad day, and the good day can help us get through the bad day. The bad day can help us appreciate the good day. And they're contrast, but they're also like this complement to each other. It's like we can use that experience to say something nice to ourselves about the other experience, making it through the bad day or appreciating the good day. So I have this in my head that they're like the contrast of contrast is complementary, or a complement, something that completes something else. So I feel like it's this very helpful contrast. All right, so I'm going to stop talking about it because it's definitely a rabbit hole in my head for where it goes and what it's doing. But I guess I'm like developing that thought of contrast and how there is all of these in all of our good days or bad days, the complement that we can show for that, this like piece of admiration and appreciation for whatever it is that we're in now, is going to determine how we step forward and create our next moment. I have a cat here. I don't know if we can see Twig. I don't know, I can't get him on the picture. And he's sitting on something that I want to talk about. So I'm going to see if I can get it out from underneath him, because then he's going to want to walk all over my computer. Okay. So how we use our moment, how we appreciate it, how we engage in it, like what remarks that we make for admiration, for ourself, for our strength, for the experience, is going to help set us up for how we engage in our next moment, which, is happening right after that moment of contemplation. So in the month of December, I was sitting with the book, The Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown. So wonderful. So wonderful. And she's talking about, she was going through a whole bunch of thoughts about emotions and how we interact with them on the inside, on the outside, with others, how they affect us, and sometimes even the effort that it takes to ignore what's going on. But she was talking about a couple different emotions and how curiosity changes the experience of learning. We'll just say learning and engaging in our moment of now. So if we are curious about something and we stay in our comfort zone, right? I'm curious about yoga. I'm curious about meditation. I'm curious about these crazy things that Sarah does, these restorative healing things, how she uses her magnets, and who she studied with. I'm curious about these things. If I stay in my comfort zone, I have this potential of hitting this wall of frustration, because everything I know keeps me in my comfort zone. That's what created my comfort zone. I want to be learning something new. I want to be expanding and growing and embracing personal development and healing. And I'm going to hit this wall of frustration because I'm not getting myself into a place of being uncomfortable. So I'm going to be like creating this cycle of, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I might add some extra things of like the things that I'm doing, but I'm going to keep getting what I'm getting because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm knowing what I'm knowing. I'm staying in this comfort zone, creating this cycle, and noticing. I could notice my frustration, that my magical recipe, noticing, listening, shifting. If I'm noticing that I'm in my comfort zone, I'm not reaching out, learning something new, watching, some documentary, or talking to somebody that has a different view of healing, or religion, politics, cleaning, like whatever you want to learn. There's going to be somebody that has a different perspective out there. And if we only stick to those people that have our same perspective, again, this cycle, we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. So if we have the same curiosity and we venture outside of that comfort zone, we offer compliments, we offer admiration, we find things that are going to complete questions that we have, maybe even give us more questions that's going to complement our effort of learning something new. So if we have curiosity, discomfort on any level, that frustration is not going to set in. That frustration is going to open up, or that the curiosity and the discomfort is going to set us up for profound learning, because we're going to be engaging in what we've never engaged in. We're going to be outside of everything that created whatever's going on our inside, in our own personal environment. If we're frustrated with our finances, if we're tired of the experience of the crappy car, I give the same examples all the time. And this cycle, this experience, my thinking is exactly why I approach all chronic pain in the same way. Physical pain, emotional pain, life pain, it's all a pattern energetically. It all relates to limiting beliefs. It all relates to something that's going on with our belief system, whatever emotional baggage we're carrying around as part of our experience here. And if we want to just, count the bags and talk about the bags and, add more ropes to the bags and maybe, shift them around. So maybe where they're like actually on our back, all this emotional baggage, we can shift it all around. That's never going to let it go. When we shift it around, when we talk to the people that, this never worked, or, this is just how life is, or we're complementing the trauma. We're complementing the struggle. We're complementing, I imagine, the thing that we don't want, instead of being aware of relief, being aware of an answer, being aware of life without pain is an option. Life without a struggle is an option. Getting into that uncomfortable zone. We don't have to be like suffering, right? I have my whole speech about suffering, where a struggle makes us stronger. A struggle keeps us connected to the light at the end of the tunnel, the goal. That struggle has a time and a place. And suffering is just this martyrdom that keeps us from being connected to our goal, being connected to the end result. Suffering, when you flip over into that realm, that awareness, wow, this feels like it's really hard. Where am I going? What am I doing? And I feel like that's my answer to everything, is knowing what I want, reminding myself what I want, We had a beautiful gathering this last weekend with the vision board workshop. And we had our guest over here was a guest over there. And creating that image, putting on paper to make the vision board what it is we want. Sometimes it can be really hard, not just like finding time and going through the effort, investing in self, the like self-care, self-growth, all of that. We, can sometimes find all kinds of excuses. And then even when it is time to sit down, we could be sitting there just, flipping through magazines, waiting for what we want to just like fall into our heart and into our life, which it can for sure, but it's a different experience. And I know this because I was the person like flipping through and just being like, I have no idea. Versus the thoughts that I have now where I can really just sit there with myself and be connected. What do I want? I want more money. Okay. How much money do I want? Well, how much do I need? What's the difference of, the break-even point of, this is how many bills I have this month or this week. And, this is what I need. And this is what I want. This is what I need. And this is what I want. If I'm asking for what I need, okay, that's very helpful, but it takes just as much energy and focus and belief to come here to get this much as it does to get this much or this much. And that's across the board with all of it. If you keep doing what you're doing, though, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. So changing those experiences, maybe you need a different job. Maybe you need a different car. Maybe you need to streamline your bills. Maybe you need to, do other things on the outside. Maybe you have to talk about your goals more. Maybe we have to get, the whole household on board. If you have a 2-year-old, that's a little bit different than if you have a 14-year-old, because that 14-year-old is going to be able to understand and should be learning, those life skills in real life. If we pay attention and turn the TVs off, if we, run the dryer at night, we can be saving money. We can be shifting gears. And then guess what? Then it's easier to go to the movies. And then it's easier to, have this extra money to imagine, buying an extra thing of soda or doing whatever, where understanding that all of our behavior could be complementing what it is that we want. The people that we keep can be complementing what it is we want. We can be aware of, oh my gosh, if I have, talked for, this whole year about this thing that I want to my boss, and, it's just like right over their head. We're talking to the wrong person. Maybe you're saying the wrong things. Maybe it is just the wrong person. Maybe it's the wrong job. Maybe it's, this and this and this and this. It can go on and on and on. And being aware of what complements the goal, what it is we want, and channel that experience of love. It could be fun. Should be fun. I'm going to change those words. Should be fun to be reaching our goals. And that's that difference between suffering and the struggle. The struggle keeps us engaged, makes us stronger. All right. So I think my voice did really well. I'm really kind of proud of that. And I think that's about everything that I wanted to mention as far as my notes go. We have another couple online events for January 2024. I am so excited about Infinity Foundation, being faculty of that institution. It's really focused on alternative healing, alternative thinking, exploring new ideas. I was invited last fall to be part of the faculty, And I'm offering the Taming the Dragon of Anxiety and Stress in the end of this month, the 22nd and the 29th. It is, we have 4 hours total together. It's going to be a 2-part class. It's over Zoom, so anybody can attend. It's very affordably priced, and we're going to cover a lot of stuff that focuses on anxiety, understanding what's going on in the body, understanding how to mitigate it, understanding how to calm it, understanding how to engage in it, and have that conversation with the self, acknowledging what anxiety is trying to say to us. So it should be great. You can sign up for that on infinityfoundation.com. And if you go to the website, alignwithsarah.com, and the events page is going to have a link that will take you right over to actually the class. So you don't have to look around for it at all, but you might want to look around because there's a lot of interesting things going on. That's the 22nd and the 29th, and it's in the evening. So this is a Chicago-based institution. Their time, it starts at 7. Our time over here in the Northeast, in New York, that's where I am, it starts at 8, 8 Eastern Standard Time. So keep that in mind. And then the 16th, so that is in 2 weeks, we're doing the group healing session, which I think is so fun. That's 9 o'clock in the morning. YouTube, Instagram, it'll be live streamed. Anybody can join and take part in that. And I think those group healing sessions are really a wonderful way to experience what it feels like to be part of a group that believes that healing can happen, believes that we don't have to have a lot of drama with everything. We set an intention. We notice what each of us. I notice what I'm feeling. Invite you to notice what you're feeling, and then going with that intuitive thinking and that power that connects us all together. We find something in common to let go of. So that is coming up, and I feel like I should be mentioning something else, but I'm not really sure. Up on the website, there is a whole bunch of freebies, a whole bunch of downloads. We're still offering that 5 minutes to better you. The promotion is kind of gone right now, but it is still available on the website. If you go over there, it's a free program. Click on it, join the email list, and then you get access to, there's 12 videos up there right now, and they're segmented into 4 groups of 3. So it's not overwhelming. You can choose what it is you want to try. Each of those ideas for self-care, 5 minutes to better you, is all about self-care. Very simple techniques for self-care that take 5 minutes or less. And like I said, there's 12 ideas up there, and it's like a gradual, you have access to them all, but it's organized so that you can check them out a little bit at a time and see what works. And of course, there's a worksheet, because I love worksheets to keep track of your progress. There are a ton of January, 30-day challenges. I've seen a whole bunch on come up on what's it called? Facebook, Instagram, this thing. Where today is actually day 1, because we have like intro yesterday. A lot of them are today is day 1, and I'm inviting you to check them out, because there's a zillion and a half. Check something out on the website. We have 100 days counting with love. Again, free download, and it's this encouragement to make an effort of taking care of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Commitment is 1 minute for each of those, and keeping track of it with a tracking sheet. And we did that for a countdown to the last 100 days of the year. And guess what? We have this whole new 100 days today and moving forward. So we can pick that up anytime. So please check out the website, alignwithsarah.com. Of course, there's tons of videos over on YouTube and a bunch of resources on Instagram. Go find them, go use them. And I will hopefully see some numbers and faces and names again on the 16th, and hopefully also on the 22nd for Infinity Foundation. Okay, I'm going to be done for today unless anybody has a question. I don't see anything going on here on YouTube, so I'm going to end that stream and see what else is going on over here.